I find it extremely fascinating how the smallest of changes or tweaks we make in our lives can translate into a world of difference later on, especially if it's something we commit to internally. I think sometimes whenever the idea of change is presented to us, we approach it from one of two perspectives. Either we don't believe this particular change is possible for us, or on the opposite extreme, we're impatient and want things to change overnight. Yet the biggest challenge when it comes to change in our lives is just that, believing that it's possible for us while being patient throughout the process. The reason I bring this up is so I can build some context around this conversation, because change affects all of us differently. Some of us love it, while others of us not so much. For me, I've always existed right in the middle, playing it safe, so to speak, and sometimes overthinking the idea of change itself. Well, until this minimalism thing changed my perception of change. Let me explain. When I first started this journey, I did so with the intention to change every aspect of my life. Now, of course, I had a lot of physical clutter, like many of us do when we discover minimalism, but I also chose to use this as an experiment or an opportunity to not only challenge myself, but to reinvent myself. I remember thinking when I first started this that I would just declutter my space and that would be it, right? But whew, was I wrong. I mean, this journey has taught me so much more than I could physically show appreciation for, and a few things that I actually never thought about. Now, yes, I can say that I've experienced many of the same benefits that I'm sure you have or are going to experience on your journey. More space because my space is no longer cluttered. More free time because I'm not wasting time managing things I don't need or use. More money and resources, more focus, right? But the one thing I never thought owning less would do to me was give me confidence and opportunity to pursue more things I find value and excitement in. More being the key word. Something that has been true for me, and maybe you can relate to this as well, is overall my life feels different. I feel more in control, which allows me to approach change at a pace that's comfortable without any sort of hesitation. You know, they always say hindsight is 2020, right? And as I think back during the time when my life was cluttered, I didn't think much of it then. I was used to it for starters, right? I mean, this was normal for me. However, today is a much different story. Like, who knew owning less would be a confidence booster in life? And who knew owning less would also cause my present vision to be clearer than hindsight ever could? I guess what I'm saying is that I've learned a lot on this journey so far. And because I've had less distractions, I've been able to have a clearer vision. Plus, it's satisfying knowing that change is easier or less scary when life around you is simple. Do things feel different for you now that you own less or have less distractions? Comment below and let me know. I'd love to talk about this with you. If you enjoyed this video, I know it was a little different, but if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up for me. If you're new here and you want to join this community and grow with all of us here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and tap the bell so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Always remember to stay true to you, because I'm always staying true to me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.